What's going on, everyone? So, a player that we haven't really got to see a ton of at all, really, is Chris Mannon. And he is one of our two-way guys. He's somebody that the Lakers are very high on. Talking about a guy who's 23 years old. He'll be 24 in December, 6'4", 6'5", height, hyper athletic, known as just that defensive stopping guard. He was a guy that wasn't on our summer league team. He was actually on the Golden State Warriors summer league team and was very good for the Warriors during summer league, that the Lakers snatched him immediately on a two-way guy that you could see. I mean, at least on paper, is ideal slotted on alongside a Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves at either the 2 or the 3 at times, right? So, you could run him, Luka, have Chris Mannon on the side. Same thing with Austin Reeves at times. Guy that can just be that on-ball, versatile defensive guy, defend 1 through 3 for you. The three-point shot is something that little shaky. He's a guy that can score the basketball. He can finish at the rim, get to his spots in the mid-range, all of that. He's a guy that can do some things on the offensive side of things. He's had some kind of explosive offensive things. We're going to touch on that here in a moment because he's doing it in the G League. But really, at the NBA level, him being able to knock down the 3 ball with consistency, that is something that is a bit of a question mark. That doesn't mean that he won't. Again, we don't really have a sample size one way or another to know or justify, just based on what we saw with him in summer league and then the brief stints that we've gotten with him, which have been very minimal. But Chris Mannon, like I mentioned, 23 years old, be 24 December 9th. As far as like the season goes, he hasn't really put up any stats because he hasn't really gotten any opportunity. 6'4", 6'5" in height, hyper athletic. But he's a guy that on the G League roster just put up 31 points, had 4 steals, couple blocks. I mean, he has just been an absolute menace defensively. Like, the guy, say what you want about him, or if you're familiar with him, the guy defensively is everything that this Lakers team needs, is showing the defensive versatility that you're looking for. And just a guy that, you could see kind of slot in and play that role for you that you're looking, right? Like, Lakers need athleticism and two-way capability out on the perimeter, right? And Chris Mannon has the potential to be that. Now, I'm not expecting him to be, your starter for the main roster or anything like that, but he is a guy that I could see if the Lakers pull off a trade at some point, or, just naturally once they get past the trade deadline, when guys are prorated and they can actually sign and fill in a roster spot. Chris Mannon is a guy that I would not be against bringing on the main roster at all. Probably bringing in a Nick Smith Jr. just because he has more NBA experience and, just handling the basketball, being that guy. But, I've seen people throw out like, why are they running Bronny more than Chris Mannon, right? When Chris Mannon is bigger and, at least give us some shot. One, Bronny's been good, right? He's been actually very good, especially as an on-ball defensive player and just kind of being that point of attack guy, initiating the offense. See the comfortability out there. Like, one, Bronny would be playing a very different role than Chris Mannon, right? Like, again, Mannon would be out there as like your 2 guard or wing, where Bronny is the guy that can kind of initiate. He has NBA experience, all of that. He's more of a point guard, where Chris Mannon is more of that kind of 2 guard for you that could slot in at the 3, things like that. So again, very different roles, very different skill sets, very different kind of position that you would put those guys into regardless. So like, that doesn't really make a ton of sense to me. And again, it's not like Bronny's been cheeks. Like, if Bronny was absolute buns out there, then I'd be like, yeah, sure. Like, why aren't we playing Chris Mannon? But Bronny, again, has been actually very good for the Lakers in the limited minutes that he's played, in the role that he's played. So I don't mind that. But, why can't you play both? Especially in some of these games where we've been very limited with guys. Now, you had that one game where like everybody sat and Nick Smith Jr. just absolutely balled out. Then sure, right? But you still could have gotten Chris Mannon out there. I want to see what he can do with real minutes and opportunity. I'm not saying you have to do it every night. I'm not saying you have to, like, hey, him on a two-way, he gets 50 games. He better be playing 15 minutes a night for 50 games. No, like, let him go out there and just give him, we have 3-4 guys missing tonight. Let him go play 15 minutes and just see, right? Or you can even kind of do it discretionary, right? So you could do something where like, okay, give him like, 3 minutes and see how he holds his own. Okay, let's give him another 3 minutes. Okay, let's give him 5 minutes. Okay, now he's up to, 11 minutes, and it's like, all right, let's give him, another 5 to close the game, or, in the fourth quarter, something like that. Oh, now he's got 16 minutes, and it's like, man, the guy had, 6 points, 3 steals, a block, grabbed a couple boards. It's like, dude, this guy was great, right? Like, the problem is, it's almost like the Lakers are trying to hide him, right? Like, but you don't need to. He's on your two-way. So, again, it's like, bring him in, let him play, let him hoop, give him some opportunities, especially when we've had a lot of guys miss, right? We still have several guys out, right? Like, I just think that there has been games and moments and opportunities where it's like, man, we really could have used Chris Mannon. Now, look, the Lakers are winning, so I can't be like, the Lakers are like 2, and even then, it's like, how much difference is he making? But it's just, Lakers want to develop guys. Lakers want to put guys in a position. Like, that's the whole thing. They want the culture building and the development and all this stuff. And that's great, right? Beautiful. But the best way to properly develop guys is to get guys actual minutes at an NBA level. Right? Like, a lot of guys are better than the G League. Right? But then they go to the main roster and they just can't cut it. It's a different world. There's a lot of guys that are better than 99% of the planet, but that 1% that's in the league, they're nowhere close to. So, again, like, how do you judge that accordingly unless you actually give the kid real minutes? Right? If he's playing 3 minutes sparingly here and there in garbage time, you don't know what you're getting from a guy in that. You don't know if he's really buns or not. You don't know if he's great or not. It's like, he's getting, like in 2 minutes of action, he got 1 rebound and a steal. Like, on paper, you're like, dude, that guy is trash, right? But like, in reality, it's like, dude, the guy played 3 minutes and it only got an opportunity. It was garbage time when they're just trying to get out of the building. Right? So I want to see him. I'm hoping he continues to thrive in the G League, and it kind of, because again, I mean, he dropped 31, had a bunch of steals and a bunch of blocks and stuff like that. Like, I'm hoping that if he can kind of continue and do that and show that, it kind of makes him almost undeniable. And the Lakers got to go like, all right, we got to figure some stuff out here, right? We got to figure out how to give him some minutes, and let's just see what he can do. See if it's worth it or something. I imagine he'll be on the summer league team next year, and it probably will be potentially on the main roster next year, depending on how things shape up. But the guy's doing well, and I want to see, like, again, just let's give him a couple games and just see, like, put him in some minutes, right? You don't have like guys like Gabe Vincent and stuff like that right now, right? Like, throw him out there, see what he can do. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button, turn the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.